Oh, you kidding me? Okay, so apparently we just got you from there.
Oh
from
no!
How has your first 3 months in Peoria been?
It's been awesome. It's been really fun to see. I think it's called Seasons. You guys have those here?
Yeah.
Phoenix, we just have hot.
Okay.
And
Hot and less hot.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been awesome. Actually, my whole family were like, yesterday all the trees were green, and now they're orange and red and beautiful.
See, as a red-green colorblind person, I'll have to take your word for it. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
I found myself yesterday as I was driving around. I had to keep myself from stopping in the middle of the road to get out and take random pictures of strangers' homes with their trees outside. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I can explain that well, so I just had to keep driving. But
That's awesome.
the desire's there.
Yeah, and it is really incredible to see kind of how the landscape of Peoria changes. Being a river town, with a river valley, it is very different, say, along Grandview
Yeah.
in the winter versus in the summer. What else have you noticed to be different from Peoria from having lived in Phoenix for so long?
Yeah, well, obviously in this business, right, I'm in a bunch of different homes, and I think even in Phoenix that was true, but here the homes are old. Arizona became a state in 1914, and so a lot of our homes in Phoenix,
Sure.
most of them were built in the 60s and 70s, which here almost qualifies as a new build.
Yeah.
it's a little bit different, and so
Sure.
it's been a fun learning curve getting to see the history of homes here as well as the architectural differences. Like,
Absolutely.
we've got ranch only in Arizona, and yet here the difference in Tudor and Foursquare and Victorian, and it is endless, it seems. And so that piece has been really fun, and you, as having your architectural background as a mentor and tutor in that, has been so awesome for me to get to learn that and be able to be alongside you as you go and give people that are looking at Peoria a way to come and go through it in the tour and teach and say, hey, this is the history, this is this style of home, all of these things. Man, I feel like I've been on the tour probably 6-7 times now, and I'm learning something new each time.
That's
so
really cool.
It's a great experience, I think, and awesome for people that are looking at, is Peoria the right place for me?
What was the biggest thing that you and your family had to get used to in Peoria as opposed to being from Phoenix?
A lot of those things, they feel like the cliches, but they're so real, right? Like, it's impossible to go somewhere and not meet someone that I've already met.
That's very true.
Which is a great thing, and even for as small as my group of people that I know so far is. We were at a birthday party at a jump house and ran into one of my kids' teachers. Like, there's always somebody, which is fun, and it's great, and it's also, man, you better make sure you're always doing the right thing, because that's what I tell my kids is, hey, you better behave, because I'll find out.
What about the traffic? Going from one place to another, how's that hit you?
It is such a learning curve. I think about the bend on Western as it's coming onto Main, and there's that construction right there at the corner,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can see the long line that's everybody's waiting in line, and I'm like, that left lane is empty, and I could bypass like 20 cars. But no, okay, we're being polite, we're waiting, this is okay, Jacob, it's all right.
Yeah.
And so that idea of it's not every man for themselves, there is a little bit of everybody kind of looking out for one another and giving a little bit of space. And part of that, I think, is just the beauty of the speed of life is not as chaos based as what big city living is. And I will say, I don't get on the freeway all that often, just because there's not as much of a need. But I really enjoy driving around, enjoying the weather with the windows down and singing at the top of my lungs to like 90s grunge or alt music. And here, that's a little bit harder because I get people coming out of their house like, what is going on out there? So I gotta tone down my radio a little.
Are there other things that come to mind that you want other folks who are considering a move to Peoria to think about or to know about, or questions that you wish you had asked in your process of moving here?
Yeah. So I think when I first found Peoria, as a result of a Google search, it really, the idea of Peoria as a place where there's big city amenities, small town vibe, and low cost of living, like it all seemed too good to be true. And so I guess what I would want to say is, like, the hype is real. Like it really does live up to that. And I think that different people can have different experiences, but our choice to be in Peoria proper, to be part of what's happening here, I think we're so happy. It truly has been a community. It has been a place of welcoming. It's been a place where we could come and begin to get connection and really make roots. A place where I feel like the house that we're in is our family house now. It's ours for a long stretch. And so that idea of being able to plant and create legacy, that was part of our dream in coming here. And I can see steps of that beginning to come to fruition.
How hard was it for you and your family to get ingrained in stuff in the neighborhood? I remember you saying that there was like a garden walk or something.
Yeah. So our neighborhood, actually, when we came for our home inspection, we were staying at a hotel, but we saw signs around the neighborhood that they were doing a garden walk that same weekend that we were in town. And so we contacted the person in charge, and they said, yeah, come on in, join us. And so we got to go and meet everybody in our neighborhood. And since then, we've been at like 4 or 5 different community events, a barbecue, and a 4th of July event that got postponed because of the rain. And so we had that in September, and just all sorts of awesome different get-togethers. And it's been awesome. My son was over babysitting at a neighbor's house earlier today. And so
That's
there's,
cool.
just like that idea of, no, this is truly neighboring, has been a really sweet thing.
So now that we're both on screen, yeah, damn you, GoPro.
I will say one of the things that I have enjoyed most, and I think that I saw this even as I was a client before I was on the team, is that
Now you make it sound like a
a
hair
Rogaine,
club for
it's
men.
not,
Yeah,
I promise.
okay.
But truly, Mike, you are always Mike. The authenticity that you bring, not only in your profession but in your personal life, it supersedes anything else.
Well,
and
thank
so
you.
the fact that
Here, I think I've got some money to.
oh, good. No, truly, the fact that we could joke about this, the fact that on our gingerbread letters that hopefully you've received, it says, we hope to see you there. You're like, you just are authentically you all the time.
Well, thank you.
And
I do love a good pun. So,
yeah,
so yeah.
that's good. Well, the dad jokes aside, I appreciate you, and I'm sure you guys do too.
Awesome. Well, really enjoyed this conversation with Jacob. You can reach Jacob at jacob@mikevancleve.com. You can go to our website, mikevancleve.com/Jacob Rendell. You can also go to peoriamike.com, which will redirect you to our website, because sometimes people have a hard time with spelling Van Cleve. It's like clever without the R. But yeah.
Yeah. So does that mean you're almost clever?
I think, yeah, almost like 90%. And so my daughter thinks, I told my daughter that I thought I had Riz. And she's like, oh, Dad, maybe you used to have Riz, but you don't have Riz now.
That's right.
And so, yeah. So, awesome. Well, appreciate it. And, yeah. So, phone number, how can people reach you?
Yeah, give me a call at 309-322-7778.
Awesome. Thank you.